with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV. NBA 2K is passionate about capturing the culture within the basketball community. The music, the fashion, the entire world of basketball lives within the game. So a few weeks ago, we brought together some of the biggest influencers within that culture, including NBA 2K20 Legend Edition cover athlete Dwayne Wade. Here's what happened.
The tallest building in Michigan, the Renaissance Center. Part of the scenery tonight as we come to you live from Detroit. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Morris.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at small forward. And for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin, and it's Rose in at the 1. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you said.
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones.
No.
Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
That's good from Snell.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade, many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks for Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
And George, here we go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, Paul George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And both free throws good for Paul George. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now here's Griffin. Good work defensively by Morris. Leonard inside, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. 3-pointers, Snell.
They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots, having a little trouble finding their legs.
Wood with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that. Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Rose surveying the D. Count it, good.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Williams gets the bucket.
They've come out the locker room hot. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Rose against Beverly, and there's the pass to Kennard. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And that's the role they want for Rose, getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Snell, the pass to Rose. To the inside. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got his second bucket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons. It's a 3-point game. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
Yeah, Greg, when you're not connecting from deep, you got to mix it up. I mean, look to score inside more. They didn't do enough of that.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Beverly, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Pistons have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Lots of room. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got 6. The Clippers have gotten off to a tremendous start. 7 of 7 here in the first quarter. Williams. And that one is off. And Detroit the other way now, coming off that loss against Philadelphia. Here's Snell, and the rejection by Zubac.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
To the paint, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
14 feet away. Williams can't get it to go.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Here's Wood. No good. That would have tied it.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Morris with the bucket.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Pistons trail by 5. Rose passes to Snell. He kicks it to Griffin. Banked in off the glass.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
Rose against Williams. Rose dishes to Griffin. Back to Rose. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Wood, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, this is what Griffin gives you. Excellent vision, excellent decision-making with the ball in his hands.
Williams with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. And that one is good.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, and so far, both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
Here's Kennard. He's got 6. Outside Rose. 3-pointer. Hands it from downtown. Rose has got 5 points so far.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that 3 when he's got some daylight.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Pass to Griffin. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Detroit, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
2 of the best. Players and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing, and Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
They just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
And so it's Detroit with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Beverly. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, or to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career. Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. The Clippers also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Zubats, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Morris. Both free throws good from Beverly. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons, trailing here by 8. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Doumbouya. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass. His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Wasted no time on that one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pistons trail by 8. There's Galloway. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. From 12 feet out, and good that time.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Beverly. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Beverly's got his second basket of the night. Brown against Beverly from past the arc. Galloway, no good. Clippers leading by 8. Baseline try. Again, Los Angeles.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And, well, Detroit shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. The steal to the wing right side. Fires from deep. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
I like the confidence from the guard. Galloway, he shows no fear in shooting off the pass.
Doumbouya gets a wide-open look. Another 3 for Detroit.
Well, he's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
Here's Beverly, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Beverly's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, that's what they want to see out of Beverly. Decisive basketball. Nice, aggressive drive to the cup. Now, just a little too amped up here early. 2 fouls on him already. That's going to affect his playing time.
And, Chris, one thing you have to like about Galloway is that he's always prepared to play.
Yeah, Galloway is the type of player that can see 5 minutes on the floor in one game and then start and play 25 minutes the next one. I mean, just think about that focus for consistency. The production can be hit or miss, but he's a great plug-and-play option for a coach in need of filling minutes.
No good on that one.
What I like about Galloway is that he knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. He's a dependable player.
Leonard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. He hits the second from the line. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. No, he couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Shrimp. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break, whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Shamet. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Brown outside. Pass to Galloway. Kicks it to Doumbouya. And here's Brown outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
Here's Galloway, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Here's Doumbouya. No good on that one, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's Galloway, pass to Maker, takes a 3. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Here's Leonard. It's good for the 7th time this game. He has shot 7. He has made 7.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting stronger.
The pass to Mikhailuk. Shot to stop the run. Hits the 3-point bomb.
You want more of this from Galloway? I mean, we know he can score, but it's crucial he improves his passing.
Here's Jackson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Jackson's got 6.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
It's stolen by Maker. Brown wide open. He fired. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Pistons have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. The first one falls. That one is no good. Jackson from long range. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break.
I ain't said he really fuck me. I don't really give a
We got the soul, just when the world faded.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 8-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Doumbouya is out there with John Henson. Then there's McRae, and it's Mikhailuk in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit right now.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Here's Henson. The Clippers getting the bucket. Doumbouya can't get it to go.
That works just like they drew it up. Until the part where he short arms the layup.
And George, here we go. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. And I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
A quick look at the numbers for Reggie Jackson. Putting up about 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. It's a tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
They throw good, Paul George. Pistons trail by 15. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. McRae, no good. Clippers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Galloway to halt the run. No good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Outside Williams. Wing shot on the way. And the jumper falls for him. Williams has got 6.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
To the top, hit, pull Kendrick on the clock, hit, that's a violence, I know a shot, hit, I ain't never on the block, hit, I was just passing the rock, hit, I was just jamming the pop, hit, Range Rover with no top, hit, Range Rover with no top, hit, we my thing is, yeah, Chico, Bingo, Black, hit, Tico, Neto, Stilo, Retro, we got my people show out.
Griffin's checked in for Detroit. Rose comes in for Langston Galloway. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Harrell.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Set it up, bring the play in.
To the middle, here's McRae over Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Lou Williams.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Pistons have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And the first one at the line is good. And the Pistons making a change here. Kennard's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Jackson, and the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got 10 points.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And for the last half-decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Detroit's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Passes it to Kennard. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Morris, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Detroit. It's his first trip to the line.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Morris.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And Morris drops them both.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with this crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
A 3-ball. Another 3 for Detroit.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Here's Harrell. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense has created some great opportunities.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
So it's the Pistons now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Rose with the ball. Now Green defending. Kennard's shot is off.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Williams. Here's Morris. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Morris has got 6.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The shot is good by McCray.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Here's George. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Rose. He's got 5. Here's Griffin. The kick out to Rose. Here's Kennard, guarded by Green. The shot's good from Kennard. He's got 12.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's George. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Double team on Rose. Outside Griffin. To the left side wing. Here's McCray. Again, the Pistons good for 2. Clippers leading by 20. Here's Williams. Again, Los Angeles.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between there.
To the paint. Here's Kennard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Kennard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Count that one.
This game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
To the inside. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Harrell, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Detroit.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harrell. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Wood, he's checked in for John Henson. And Tony Snell subbed in for Jordan McCray. And both free throws good for Harrell. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps Les to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move. He's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverly. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Both free throws good from Beverly. Now Rose. He has 5. Pass to Griffin. Back to Rose. He kicks to Snell. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Snell's got 6.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 8 points for Montrezl Harrell. Pistons trail by 20. Down low, here's Wood. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Here's George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Detroit's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. Kennard, the pass to Wood. And the rejection by Harrell. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Baker's checked in for Detroit. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Shamet's checked in. On defense, the Clippers. Shots good by Kennard.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Beverly's got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
For Detroit, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Rose.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And Kevin, when Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Jackson against Rose. With a floater, and it's good on the layup. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes in.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Softly drops in the floater. Rose has got 11.
And how about the airtime improvisation from Derrick Rose, able to hang and finish with a defender looming.
Here's Jackson, again, Los Angeles. Here's Kennard, 21 points in the game. Stolen by Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, Kevin, and how about the hops of Jackson, proving he can get up to throw it down.
Detroit's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Kennard. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Knocks down the three ball.
And he's now made 3 3-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, well, come on, Kevin. You have to really admire Jackson's patience on offense, just feeling the defense out and nailing quality shots.
Rose against Jackson. And the pass to Kennard. Jackson comes over with the double. Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. 5 on the clock. And it's Rose missing. Now, here's Shamet. Tight defense on him. That one drops for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Now here's Rose. He's got 11. Wood can't hit.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
They get it again. Shamet, and it's blocked. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tipped away, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Harrell. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's Jackson with the drive. No good. Only a second miss and 10 attempts from the floor. Stolen by Jackson. Shamet the pass to Leonard. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates start getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 22 points and 1 rebound. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like? It's a good one. Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Pistons shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4-man position.
Oh, well, Kev, you know I always appreciate when a big man can create for others. And Blake Griffin, he's one of the best in the game in that regard. Such a fantastic passer.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Griffin. Chris, you almost forget just how big Griffin is because of how smoothly he can facilitate for others.
Yeah, Kevin, and I hate when people say he's a good passer for a big man. I mean, what type of caveat is that? He's just a good passer. He has great vision, superb timing, and that's why he's always been near the top in assists for bigs.
And so he hits both.
I mean, I'm not the first to say it, and I'm sure I won't be the last, but Griffin is one of the most physically gifted players that this game has ever seen. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging 25 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Detroit with the ball. Outside Rose. Ball's knocked loose. George with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. And it's George finishing it off.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Now here's Rose. Pass to Wood. Here's Kennard. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
Detroit ball.
We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
You know, for Los Angeles, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
I think they can, Greg, but one thing's for sure, they're about to find out that regular season pressure is no match for playoff pressure.
And it's George finishing it off.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Here's Rose after the Clippers pick up 2. Passes it to Kennard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kennard's got 28.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end. And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Pass to Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
And the Clippers call time here. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Well, scoring from the wing is a necessity in the NBA, and that tells you a little bit about the value of these guys, the highest scoring small forwards in the league since the All-Star break. Second is Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Oh, yeah, Greg. There's so many great scorers at the small forward spot in the NBA. I mean, to make the list, you got to have a ridiculous amount of firepower.
Griffin hits them both. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Deep 2 from Beverly. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found their mark. It's been a good start for them.
Rose passes to Griffin. Here's Wood, covered by Morris. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 18, and the basket is good.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Now the pass to Wood. Rose against Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Inside, here's Snell. Passes to Wood. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Beverly. Here's Morris. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Morris has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Kennard. There's the pass to Wood. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. Beverly.
And the quick feet of Beverly really jetting it down the open court for a high percentage opportunity.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. Here's Kennard. That misses off the backboard. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris. That's now 32 points for Paul George. The Pistons have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Here's Griffin. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. Leonard attacking up and in on the layup. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
There's the feed to Snell. The shot, no good.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shot's good by Kennard.
They're going to be relying on him here late. Just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
The Pistons shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Stolen by Beverly. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now here's Griffin. He's got 8. Pass to Kennard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
He does all the little things. He does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Here's Rose. He's got 11. Passes it to Kennard. No good on the triple.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half. And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way. When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Pass to Wood. Now here's Griffin. And here's Rose. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good, George.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. And there's the pass to Wood. In the corner, Kennard with it. And that time, also a missed shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the Clippers call time here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? Curious to see what they go with here. So Detroit ends up going with the new group.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Got that one up quick. Shamet's got 19 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Here's McRae. He's got 9. With some arc, Henson. Green with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to one shot.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Here's Shamet, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Here's Brown. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Mikhailuk. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Mikhailuk's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Leonard, again the Clippers.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Pistons. Pass to Mikhailuk. The 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Shamet's got 25 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to McRae. Henson trying to break free. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Pistons shooting reasonably well, 45%. Pass to Mikhailuk. 3-pointer. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night. Mikhailuk's gone 2 of 5 from beyond the arc so far. Took him no time at all on that one. Leonard's got 16 points here in the second half.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
A nice shot by Mikhailuk.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
A different look here for Detroit. Thon Maker's checked in for John Henson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jordan McRae. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. And here's Brown outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Some solid defense from Brown.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Clippers with the ball. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk. Right wing. Here's Galloway. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. 58 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Harrell. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Harrell's got 14.
He's been there for them, but they haven't needed him much.
Here's Galloway. He's got 9. Here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
Now, this is what you like seeing. Maker not just laying it up, but powering it down.
And here's Los Angeles. Here's Shamet. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Shamet's got 10 points here in the second half.
And look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
The pass to Mikhailuk. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Williams. Rebounded by Maker. Pistons shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Mikhailuk. Doumbouya passes to Mikhailuk. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 12.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Maker out there with Doumbouya. Then there's Brown, and it's Galloway in at the point guard position. Here's Doumbouya. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his fifth assist in this one. So it's the Clippers now. Here's Jackson. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Detroit's ball. Here's Mikhailuk. Doumbouya passes to Mikhailuk. Galloway taking his time here. Off target with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Jackson. Releases from the wing and drills it. Jackson's got 20.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Fires the three. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. This last season, the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team. Surprised everyone by passing out of his shot. What a fantastic dish.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. He's got 22.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. Shot's good by Green. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable, but all too common. Basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
Back to Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
C-Web, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game. And that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Both good from the line that time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. To the paint, here's Mikhailu. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Lets it fly. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Doumbouya kicks to Galloway. Here's Mikhailu. And Detroit again with the bucket. Clippers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And Sekou Doumbouya is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Brown. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Clippers with the ball. The 19-foot shot, and he hits the jump shot.
And really, Beverley is very reliable from the mid-range area. I mean, his jumper has come a long way.
Here's Galloway. Outside Knight. Fires the three. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's deflected. Here's Beverley. Rebounded by the Pistons. Here's Mikhailu. Here's Doumbouya. He gets it in there.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
So the wing on the left. Here's Mann. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Detroit. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
He hits both from the stripe. The Pistons have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Pass to Galloway. Lets the three fly. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also, doing some solid work from deep.
For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. And the jam by Doumbouya.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
And the Clippers call time here. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
John Henson's checked in for Detroit. McRae has come in for Langston Galloway.
Jordan McRae.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Shot from the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in. For Detroit, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second personal foul. Jordan McRae. Shooting free throws.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019, letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Clippers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Doumbouya passes to Henson. And slam dunk by Henson.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those. He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
Detroit's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Doumbouya, and the jam by Doumbouya.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Here's Magruder. Knight grabs the board. Here are the Pistons with the ball. Here's Doumbouya. Here's Maker. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. It's been all Clippers. Lets it go. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Well, he's shown great patience tonight. I mean, he went through a scoreless first half, but didn't get down on himself. I mean, now he's got it going. That's showing what kind of hang time he has. I mean, using the double pump when he could just go straight up with it.
Pulls up on the wing. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Here's McCray. Off target from outside.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And, well, Detroit shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And the rejection by Zubac. Passes it to Mann. It's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
To the inside, here's Henson, and slam dunk by Henson.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And it's Beverly missing. The Pistons shooting in the 4th has been tremendous, 59%. Pass to McCray. Back to Knight. From outside the arc. And the shot no good from McCray.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man. Awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Now, here is Knight. Over to the wing. Back to Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And here are the Pistons now. Here's Doumbouya. Offline with his 3. And Los Angeles guys shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. And it's Magruder missing. Right side, Knight. The pass to McCray. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 15 rebounds here tonight. From about 19 feet. Rebounded by the Pistons. Henson's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the right side. McCray.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Green with the ball. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay. Let me. Okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys in a year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or are getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract, and those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time, but the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul George.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Over to the left wing. The Pistons keeping it alive, a new 14. That one falls.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And the Clippers call time here. They're ahead. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Still trying to apply the finishing touches. That's what they'll be talking about.
We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Doumbouya, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Assist goes to
Now the Clippers with it.
Jordan McRae.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Nice jump shot. Good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.